Good evening and good afternoon, viewers from all walks of life. This is Desmos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-growth. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. Now, guys, I've just come out of bed. As I'm speaking, I just got out of bed, and I have a very, very, very important video to share with you guys. I'm going to ask you guys to listen very, very carefully, very closely, and at the end of this video, I would like you guys to put some comment down there. I want to share with you. I want you guys to share with us in the comments what you think about the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. So you leave us a comment. This video is organic. It has been a download I've got in the night, very, very powerful download, and I could not wait to share with you. I think what I'm going to do in the coming days, I've got a whole journal. For the most of you guys, I've told you I have a dream journal. The very first thing I do, I wake up in the morning, I'm writing my dreams. Now, chosen people, we have the universe. We already know that the universe speaks to us through dreams. So the universe brings to us very, very important dreams, specific dreams. Me, myself, personally, the dreams I've been getting recently, it's unbelievable. I'm even sometimes thinking that maybe I should start sharing some of my dreams. Maybe that's part of my purpose. You know what I mean? I'm starting to think I've got another purpose, which also involves the downloads that I usually get. Guys, you cannot believe I get extremely powerful downloads. If I was to start sharing a lot of these downloads that I get when I'm sleeping, I do not know. Maybe even the reason why I'm a bit laid back with this, because I do not know what exactly is going to be the outcome. Because the downloads I usually get, guys, you cannot believe they are very, very powerful downloads, especially in the night. Maybe at some point I will wait for the sign from God. When God tells me that it's time to start sharing these downloads, I'll start to come out. I don't know if it will be on this channel, or I don't know if I'm going to open a different channel where I can start sharing these downloads, because guys, I will guarantee you these downloads are very powerful. Now, over the years, I've shared about, there's a download I've shared about the narcissist, about the Jezebel. And I've told you guys that the narcissist is associated with the Jezebel spirit. That video, I've done it before, and I shared that download in that time. Now, for the most of you guys who are new on this channel, most of you guys that are new, I'm going to put that particular video in the comment section below. So the most of you guys who missed that video, you just go to the down there, you click that link, it will bring you straight to that video where I shared the download that I got in those days about the narcissist being associated with the Jezebel. Now, there's a video I did it was about 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago. I cannot exactly remember. I'm also going to put that video in the link section below. And I've shared in that video, I've told you guys, the narcissist has sold their soul to the devil. The narcissist has sold their soul to the devil. In that moment, back then, when you would ask me, how do you know? I would tell you, I don't know, but I know. And in that video, I shared a lot of insights according to what has been my journey and the things I've continued to see and to understand on a very, very deep subconscious level, the things I've continued to understand about narcissists. So I've shared in that video, and I've told you this whole thing is spiritual. A lot of these narcissism, people want to tie it to, these psychological problems and no personality. Guys, let me tell you something. Narcissism is not even near. Narcissism, it is not even near to a mental or personality disorder. You guys have seen my video recently. So I'm going to share that video. That video went viral. It's about 2.5 years ago. That video went viral. And I've told you guys, the narcissist has sold their soul to the devil. Now, last night, I went to sleep. I want you guys to listen very, very closely to this video. It is a download straight from the universe. You listen closely with an open heart, keep an open mind. At the end of the video, please make sure that you drop us a comment. I would like to know what is your opinion on this issue, on this subject particularly. So we're in a group. Now I'm bringing you inside the dream. So we're in a group. There's this little group somewhere. We're having a, we're somewhere in the room. Then a man walks in. A man walks into this room. So this man appears to be some kind of. I've came with my dream journal, so I'll be trying to bruise through the dream journal as I take you through what exactly was happening in that dream. Now this man comes in, and this man happens to know the secrets of getting rich, or I could call it getting wealthy. So the man has got some secrets about making money, getting money very quickly. This getting rich schemes and all the things like that. So we're standing in the group. So this man pops in and he identifies one of the individuals. First of all, he asks a question. He asks the guys, listen, guys, who of you want to make money? So everybody was like, oh, we all want to make money. We all want money and this and that. So we're like a bit 5 or 6 people. So we're very interested in this project. So the man decides to choose one particular individual. Now, that particular individual that man chose, that particular individual is actually a narcissist. I strongly suspect that particular individual to be a narcissist. So because this is somebody that I know, I suspect that particular individual is a man to be a narcissist. So the man chooses that guy and it's okay. So we are going to try with you, and the rest of us will be watching what is happening. And so he's going to do some rituals. This was some kind of a ritualist. So he was going to perform some rituals, and he was going to make money. He was going to create money out of nothing. So, so there's this first guy. He puts up his hand. Oh, I will go first. He chooses. He says, okay, you can go with me. Come, you can come with me, and we're going to do something. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you how this thing works, guys. Let me tell you something. The ritual starts. Now, I'm watching from the sides. I'm with that little group. Now, by this time, when the ritual is starting, it appears that it's just the 3 of us left in the room. The ritualist, the person that they are chosen to do this ritual, and me on the other side. So now it appears that out of the big group, we were only 3 people left in that room. Now, me, as they are starting, I'm watching from a distance. I'm just like on the sides, they are watching everything. I'm watching everything. Guys, what happens next is beyond shocking. This man tells this narcissist, this so-called the narcissist that I know, because I know that person is a narcissist anyway. So this ritualist tells this person that remember that this thing is irreversible. Now, guys, listen very closely. I want you to pay close attention to each and every little detail. The ritualist tells this narcissist, in that time was probably in the dream, of course, like anybody else. He tells that individual that the thing we are going to do in this moment is irreversible. So you cannot reverse the situation. So what happens is they start the ritual. Now, me, I'm traveling with them. You know what I mean? So they start traveling through dimensions. These individuals, they travel from the first dimension, they travel to the next one, they travel to the next one. So these people traveled almost through 4 dimensions altogether. And I was watching each and everything in detail. They would go to one dimension, they do something. So this was like in the spiritual realm. So for example, their souls would leave the body, and now I will be traveling with them on the side, and I'll be seeing what exactly they're doing in those dimensions. So they travel in the first dimension, they start to do some rituals there. I could not see the other little things they would do. From that dimension, they went to the next one. They did a little bit of things there. They did. So this ritualist was telling this man that we are going to travel. But that travel, we are going to make that travel, and in that travel, we are going to do some things while we are traveling. And on the way back, that is when you're going to see the money materialize in front of you. So they're traveling from one dimension to another, one dimension to another, one dimension. So they traveled in about 4 dimensions. I was on the side watching everything. I would see everything. So it was like a very big screen playing in front of me because I was traveling with them. I was seeing that okay, they have left this dimension, they have gone to another one. So they traveled in about 4 dimensions. In the last dimension, they did the last ritual, and then they came back to the to this physical reality. So their souls, it's like now they came back to the reality of their actual reality. So they came back from those dimensions and they returned to their bodies. And guys, guess what just happened in that time? That is when I noticed that actually the other person that had traveled with that individual, the person was zombified. Let me repeat this. The person that was traveling with the ritualist, when they returned to the bodies, only to realize that that person, they had left they had left his soul in a far away dimension. We're talking about 4 dimensions from the dimension that they are at the moment. So they had already traveled 4 dimensions behind. And that man, they had left his soul in that dimension. So the man came back to his body with a different entity. The man returned to his body with a different entity. You would see the physical entity there, we visit the physical person there, but he would move his hand a bit, he would shake his hand a bit, but the man was actually a zombie. And their soul, that man's soul, had already been taken out of his body and been taken to very, very far away dimensions, and he had returned to his body in a different format. So actually, his soul didn't return to his body. It was an entity that took over his body. Now, guys, I want you to listen very closely. I know this channel is going to confuse so many people. This channel, the energy on this channel is very intense. I come out here, I bring to you the naked truth of what is going on exactly behind the scenes. When talking about this kind of narcissists, this kind of toxic people, I'm telling you guys a lot of things. The whole thing is spiritual. I've had a chance in this dream to the universe has showed me exactly this download, and I had a chance to come out straight away even before I start doing anything this morning. I had to make sure that I share this with you. Now, the man returned to his body. He was zombified, so he became a zombie, and another entity from the different dimensions came and took over his body. Now, his authentic soul was lost in the other dimension. Now remember guys, when they were starting this ritual, the ritualist told this man that the thing that they were going to do, that ritual they were going to do is irreversible. So he cannot, in whichever way, reverse that ritual. That ritual. So whatever is going to happen afterwards, you cannot reverse it. That person accepted. They went to the different dimension, traveled in different dimensions, and his soul got stuck in those dimensions. And that soul now was left in those dimensions. Only something else to come around at the end of the ritual and take over his body. That is exactly when that man became zombified. Now I was there asking him some things. I was asking him some things. Hey, can you see me properly? Can you understand what I'm saying? The man was like, his eyes was turning around. He was like, I don't know what is going on. I don't remember things. Why don't I remember things? Why don't I remember that? Why don't I remember this? Something else had taken over his body completely. Something else had taken over his body. So I was asking that ritualist, okay, so what next for this man? Because you've started this ritual with him. You've taken him in a very far away in different dimensions, and now, as I'm seeing, this man is not normal because even the things he's doing, the way he's acting, the way he's behaving, it is not himself. There was something else that had taken over him. The ritualist told me that, listen, I've already told that man that this thing is irreversible. They are going to get the money. We're going to do this ritual and this and this. So they're going to get the money, and this thing is irreversible. So the next thing I saw, this ritualist happened to have a very big bucket of money. It was like a pot. There was a pot of money. So he had a very big pot of money. He just took off a little bit of change. He gave to that guy who had performed in that ritual, and the ritualist took off into thin air. Nobody to see him again. So that's when I started to mobilize I start to mobilize a lot of people. I say, hey, listen, guys, this look at this guy there. So now, before I forget, when this guy returns to his body, uh, the second person returns to his body, there is a little something on their neck. You know what I mean? There is a little something on their neck, and it looks as if there is a snake being bathed somewhere on the corner of his neck. You know what I mean? It was a whitish thing, and you could even sometimes see it visibly when you look at him in that format that when he had returned to his body, you could see around his neck there was something little that looked like a snake, and you would see that there's a snake trying to develop in that area. So it would now become obvious that that man was going to live with that snake for the rest of their lives. Now, a lot of you guys have been dealing with narcissists. This is where the thing is going to become interesting. A lot of you guys who have been dealing with this kind of narcissist, especially the men, you've been talking about the Leviathan spirit. You've been talking about the Python spirits. You've been talking about these snakes. You guys have been dealing with narcissists. You have been seeing a lot of these snakes everywhere. Whether it was in the dreams, whether it was even sometime in physical reality, you have been continuously seeing a lot of snakes who have been involved with those kind of narcissistic men, especially. So I I mobilized a few guys, a little group of people, and we started running after the ritualist. The ritualist was taking off. The ritualist was taken off, only for us to realize that actually that ritualist was protected by the government. So for some reason, it is like the government was trying to protect that ritualist because there was whenever I was running, it's like we would meet blockages. You know what I mean? We're trying to catch him. There are some soldiers are coming in between. You cannot take him. You cannot catch him. So we're trying to catch him, but it's like speeding off, and it's protected by the government. So eventually, that ritualist vanishes into thin air, never to be seen again. And you run off with a stack. Now, this person was zombified. They had already lost their soul. I believe that they didn't lose their soul. They actually sold their soul. So I think in that chaos of running after the ritualist, that's when I woke up. You know what I mean? So when the ritualist disappeared and I noticed we cannot catch this person, that person disappeared. Then I woke up in that time, and for me, the first thing I do, I get out my vision, my dream journal. I started writing down my dream. And guys, now I did a video and I told you before, guys, that the narcissists have sold their soul to the devil. I don't know how that thing started. In my opinion, the ritualist could represent the parents. It could be the parents that narcissist was born. Of course, like I've told you before those rituals happened, it was a very nice, innocent person, normal person, beautiful soul. Before they took that decision to follow the ritualist into those dimensions. So, in my own understanding, the little bit I can translate from this dream, and a lot of you guys who are good at translating dreams, I would also want you guys to comment in the section below. I would like to know. I'm very much interested in your comments. I'm interested in your comments. I want to know what you exactly think about this whole dream. In my own understanding and translation, this particular person could represent a parent. It could be narcissistic parent. It could be a narcissistic partner. It could be narcissistic family member, maybe a friend. And this person has got to come around to this beautiful soul, and they've got to sell them a dream. So there's this vision, oh, you want to make money, you want to do this, you want to go this direction, you want to do this. This person is interested. The person is saying yes. In that video, what I did about the narcissists have sold their soul to the devil, I said there has been, guys, I'm going to share that video in the comment section below. There has been a turning point with that narcissist. There's a choice they have taken at some point. I want you guys, we're talking about 2 years ago. I've said in that video, there has been a turning point that the narcissist has chosen to take in life. I don't know what exactly happened along their journey. It could have been probably in their family. Maybe it was something that happened in their life. Something tragic happened in their life, and that is exactly where the turning point was. So for me, it was like the universe was confirming to me that thing that I'd already talked about 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, actually. That video was done about 2 years ago. The universe was confirming to me exactly one thing I've already talked about 2 years ago. And the same thing happened with this dream that I had about the Jezebel. So by the dream about the Jezebel, it was with the greater narcissist. So I was dreaming about, the universe confirmed to me that this greater narcissist was actually a Jezebel spirit. So the dream was actually bringing to me the confirmation of something I'd already talked about before. So make sure that you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about here. I've told you guys these narcissists, they're associated with the different types of entities. I think for some reason that's why you see a lot of times you see a lot of you guys, you will see them, their eyes are going to turn black. Sometimes you will see them, they're all of a sudden they look like zombies. It's like all of a sudden their faces are shackled. They have turned into beasts. It's like you cannot recognize those individuals, because those individuals, I've told you guys, those individuals, they are almost looking like ready. Without you, I can guarantee you guys, without your fuel, without the energy you pump into those narcissists, without the supply, those individuals, they're going to go back into zombie mode. The reason why you see them, they are sticking onto you to suck and to get into your energy. They're putting all these hooks. When they have identified you as an energy source of supply, you are the one who is going to help them to navigate life much more easy and beautifully, because now they can use you as their eyes to see where they are going. Because those individuals originally, I can guarantee you, at some point in time, those individuals, they have already lost their souls. They are soulless. There's nothing in there. I've already told you guys again and again in my videos, they are simply walking zombies. So they need you to help them navigate life, to be the light for them, so that they can see where they are going. You'll be able to validate them. That you remind them every now and then, you are validating them. Remember, hey, you're beautiful, you are this, you that. You know what I mean? Those individuals, they have already lost their self a very long time ago. I can guarantee you guys 110%. The narcissist does not even remember who they are. They do not remember who they are. They don't even remember what happened many years ago. The very moment you leave the narcissist, you get out and unplug out of their lives. I've told you guys, the narcissist, they don't have a soul. You want to see the narcissist, who the narcissist is. You're going to leave them locked up in a certain room. You give them about 7 days. I can guarantee you guys, within 7 days, you will come back in that room. You will find those individuals. They've already started decomposing. Because there's no energy in that fuel, in that room. There's no fuel. So there's nobody they're going to, plug in their pipes and start sucking their energy out of them. There's nobody in that room. Lock them in the room, people. I can guarantee you, you want to know this experiment, give them 7 days. Look at them when you're locking them in the room. Make a picture. Lock that room for 7 days. It could be isolation. Come back after 7 days and take a second picture. I'm going to tell you, you are going to confirm what I'm talking about in this video. You come back after 7 days. You take a second picture. Make a photo. You're going to see what I'm talking about. That individual has already started decomposing. The narcissist. The earlier people understand what we're talking about in these videos, this thing is demonic. It is spiritual. These individuals, they have lost their soul many years ago. There's no soul. That's why people, they are finding names. They are trying to describe narcissists. They are talking about empty shells. Some people are talking about demons. Some people are talking about the devil. You can talk about anything that describes a narcissist, but in whichever way it comes out, you're always going to be talking about a soulless being. So you're going to be talking about an empty vessel who is out there to destroy and feed off other people's energy and destroy other individuals to a magnitude you've never seen before. I've told you guys my vision clearly. I've seen everything in broad daylight. This was like a movie. I've seen everything properly. The narcissist has traveled with this ritualist. in so many different kinds of dimensions, about 4 of them, only for them to come back and the narcissists are turned into a zombie and there's a little snake in their neck. There's a small snake growing in their neck and they have already been zombified. Their soul hasn't returned to their bodies and something else has taken over them. If I did not know how intensive was narcissistic abuse, guys, let me tell you something. You will never see me on YouTube. If I did not know how dangerous a narcissist was, how intensive it was, you would never see me on YouTube breaking empaths free. You have got to go through narcissistic abuse to understand. You have got to go through it. You have got to experience it. You have got to live with them. You have got to see everything in front of your eyes. For you to be able to understand who a narcissist is, you have got to be living with them. You cannot learn narcissists in a book. They will teach you a little bit of things. You will hear about some stories. Oh, the narcissists, they're like that. They read them a little bit in the book. For you to understand the narcissist, who a narcissist is, you have got to live with them in the same house. So you have got to live with these zombies. You have got to live with the zombies. You have got to go through that abuse for you to understand why do people call narcissists soulless and why we have continuously called the narcissism spiritual. This thing is demonic. There is more to it. A person with a soul, they will never destroy another individual to that magnitude. I can guarantee you guys. A person with a soul in their heart, they will never get involved with another individual and destroy them to that magnitude that the narcissist does to individuals, especially empaths. So there's been a turning point at a certain point. There's been a turning point with the narcissist. The universe just confirmed to me. So I'm going to encourage you guys, please go to the video. I'm going to share 2 particular videos in this channel down there. There's going to be a video about, I made 2 years ago, the narcissists have sold their soul to the devil. The second video, I'm going to share with you that vision I had, another download I had not long ago. I think it's about a year ago. The other download I had about the narcissist and the Jezebel spirit. So I've already done those videos before, and I would encourage you guys to go down there. You're going to see those videos. You will tell what I'm talking about here. And again, guys, remember, this has been a download. It is only to confirm those things that I've already known before along my journey, ever since I started sharing on this channel. It is just a confirmation of something that I already known. Anyway. So, you guys already know what you're dealing with. Narcissistic abuse is intensive. It's very real. And it's very, very, very destructive, people, ladies and gentlemen. Empaths out there. If you haven't woken up, I hope the time will come for you to get out of those entanglements and break free from narcissistic abuse relationships. Until then, let me know what you think about this video, of course, guys. In the comment section below, you always know I love and appreciate your support. Book a session with me, guys. Those of us on this channel, book a session with me. Let us talk about this thing, whatever it is you're dealing with. For those of you who want to donate and support my channel, you will find the Cashapp and PayPal links. They are in the description section below. Until then, it's been lovely to have you guys on board. Leave us a comment, like and share, and I'll catch you in my next one. Desmos signing out. Peace.